Yeah, headphones definitely work better.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you're fine though. Like I hear you perfect. Say
Okay.
say a couple sentences.
Salut. What's up?
What's good, Moyin? Long time.
You don't tell. You don't say. You just, yeah, I don't know if you're under like a rock or something.
What do you mean, man? Look at me, man. I'm all over the place, man. I told you about this. I wanted you to come do this. So
Okay.
like you're the one now involving me. You see me, I'm trying to involve you, you know? But you're
I
not.
know. That's pretty dope. I appreciate it, actually.
Yeah, you see, you're the one under a rock. I just wanted to say that to make you know that. All right, so my first question for you, right, is give me a timeline. What you been on since graduation, and when did you leave MSUM again?
27th. I think we left the same time, no?
I don't think we graduated the same month though. I think maybe you left before me or a semester after me because I don't remember you on grad day. Because I graduated in December. When did you graduate?
Okay, that's why I graduated in May, so 2017 for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, you left before me then. You left the semester.
Yeah. Yes, semester.
You graduated with them, Moyin.
Yeah. That was when we graduated.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? Man, it's been ups, down. I don't even know what to say. But graduated, spent a year in Chicago.
Okay.
Then did my grad school.
Yeah.
And I'm here. Pretty much. Grad school took about 2 years, give or take. Okay. Man, don't tell. What?
What did you study in college again?
Economics. Business economics.
That's what you did in grad school too, clearly.
No, finance. I did finance in grad school.
But they're related though, right?
Yeah, somewhat. They're just, it's all jam-packed together in a sense. Oh, yeah. But yeah, so finance in grad school, just completed. Well, I can't say I just completed because it's been over a year since I've been done with that too. So
I swear time is just going, right?
I'm like, dude, whatever. You think about it like, oh, I just graduated college, but nah, you've been at it for what, like over 4 years after you graduated college, because it's almost 4. This is like the 4th year.
Man, real life is hard, man.
Adulting is a scam, Joshua. Adulting is a scam, big scam from the pit of hell. I don't know who made me think. They scammed me into this. I want a refund. That's exactly.
Wait. You want to be a child forever? You gotta grow up.
Bro, I would take being a child forever. Somebody's paying for my food, but what? It's a scam.
That's funny as hell, though. Cause like you know that I didn't like school from the jump, man. I was just doing that to like just to just graduate, man. And I got the degree, though. I was
gonna say you graduated, and I was like,
wow, right?
You say this boy complete this thing. Right down.
I can't start something and not finish now. It took me longer. I was supposed to graduate with you guys, but like it took me like 1 semester longer. But I did it though.
Yeah, that's dope though. Like when you have to start something and make sure that you finish it.
Yeah, no, I had to, man. My dad would like pull away.
I was gonna say, even though you don't finish, you expect your papa.
Exactly, why you like he basically paid for the whole thing, so you might as well just get it, you know. And I worked for a company. I worked for 3M for like 8 months, but that shit wasn't for me. Okay. That's what
really? You didn't like that?
No, I didn't like it, man. I mean, it paid good though, but like I did not like that job at all. Like the people around me, like I didn't want to like you see some nerd. Look at me, man. Imagine me around a bunch of nerds, man.
And then you have like a whole shirt on, like with the whole thing, no?
Exactly, like you have to try to fit in too. Like that's not for me, man. I did that for so long, man. When I just made enough money to be able to like, because I was living with my bro at the time, so I wanted to move out. So that's why I had the job, man. I just got out of there. Since then, I've just been on my own, man. Never look back.
One thing I've always liked, like it's, I would say nonchalant, but like one thing I've always liked about you, it's not necessarily nonchalant. It's just like you give less fucks, right? Like you just want to do you. Like I'm from the get-go. From the get-go, I met you. Like it was very irritating. Don't get me wrong. Like it was so upsetting. Like I'm like, who is this kid that doesn't want to follow the rules, that doesn't want to do things the way it's supposed to be done? But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's unique.
Yeah, no, you have, like,
I know everybody can be like that. So that's
you just have to know yourself. Like, if you don't know yourself,
true.
what are you doing in this life? Like, if you don't know, if you don't have self-awareness, man, like,
Point.
just imagine trying
Point.
to study chemistry and trying to rap like that. Those two things don't even make any sense, right? But like, that's what I was, man. Chemistry was the only thing I understood. I was like, you know what? I might as well get a degree in that shit.
Right.
But yeah, I've had that attitude from jump, man. I don't really have. I mean, I have friends though. Let me not say that, but like, I don't like to fit in, man. I never ever try to fit in. I don't care what you guys are doing. I don't care how cool you guys look. Like, I want to be on my own type shit, man.
And you always say that word, I don't care. Joshua, since I met you, I feel like
that's one word. That's like three words, man. I don't
care. Whether what? So now you start that sentence. I feel like every time like I spoke to you, that's exactly what you said. I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm like, who is this kid alone?
Yeah, like you're actually one of my real friends, though. I don't even like that from school that I actually vibe with, man. Like, it was always on some friendship shit with you, man. It wasn't no.
I know.
Like, it wasn't no bullshit.
The funniest part is because like the opposite, right? Like if you think about it,
yeah,
how we jam and like have a good vibe doesn't add up because like I'm the one that wants to follow the rules. I'm the one that everything has to be done.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
And then
that just shows you like I can vibe with anybody, man.
Right, true.
Yeah, like you don't have to like the same things. We don't have to like. You just need to know that that.
Yeah. And just having an open mind though, because like that's the main idea, right? Just not feeling like that's not my kind of person. It doesn't help. And the reason why we are all in this world is because we're all different, right? And we need to operate on different stuff. So it's pretty dope.
It's dope. Yeah. You have any questions for me?
I was just gonna ask you, what have you been up to? I know you've been doing music, but like, what have you been up to since you decided 3M was not for you?
Okay, so yeah, I've just been trying to make money on like some independent shit, like I figured out I don't work well with people. So like that's why I left 3M. So basically just on my own, just like grinding, like finding opportunities and shit, just to like be in my studio, man. Cause like this shit takes it takes time, and I have to be in the studio because like it's kind of like one of those things where you have to be unproductive until you're actually productive,
Mm-hmm.
That makes any sense.
But it does. Yep. Like you have to get in the groove of things. Like it has to flow.
Exactly. Like it has to be like or like state of mind that you're in, and you're just like in the studio making these songs, man. Because like at the end of the day, like you have to be out. Like if you want to make money, you have to leave your house. You have to go somewhere. You have to work, or you have to work from home. You have to do something though that takes your time away from what you're actually supposed to be doing. So like it's best to know yourself. It's best to know what you like. And I've not, like you said from day one, you just know. But I had to get that degree, so that's literally the only reason I was in. That's cool, man.
Yeah. What does your dad think? Do you speak to your dad? Do you speak to him constantly? What does he think about you saying, you know what, I don't want to hear?
They've kind of like washed their hands off of me, to be honest, though. They've kind of like, I still talk to them, but like they're not as like they've already like my dad knows I smoke, my mom knows I smoke, like they've seen video, like look at me, I'll be smoking on the internet all day, like I don't give a fuck, like I really just be doing me. So they've seen me, like trust me, I'm past that like that babying level, man. I wasn't in their own life for a long time, like in school and shit, because like when somebody else is paying your bills, you can't say shit. Like
that's
you can't talk to them a weird way, if you're not paying your own bills, the fuck is you talking for, But then again, like you have to, it's step by step,
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
podcast, what made you
what made me do a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like long form conversation. Like both of us are gonna listen to this shit like years from now and be like, damn, like we actually had that talk. Like it's like just having records of like dope conversations with dope people,
Okay,
and like,
I get it.
I'm on fire with this shit right now, man. I didn't even know the kind of opportunities that are opening up right now. Like people are wanting to come on. Like I literally just like finished the episode with Bobby Baymon. Like you probably don't even know who that is, but like I have exactly like I have the like I got this shit on lock, man. For real, I want you to do yours too, though. I'm looking forward to seeing your shit.
But see again, like I said, different. But mine is gonna be a bit different. Mine is going to be about finance, like
exactly. You have to find if you don't understand yourself, like what the fuck are you doing?
Right. Yeah, you're right. So, and it was so funny because I'm not even like, I'm still working it with it. Tomorrow I'm gonna do how do you call it? Demo with my sister. But the best thing is me and my sister were in the same field.
Yeah.
So one particular Saturday like that, we were just on the phone, and then she had this other guy that works with her, and three of us on the phone, and like Joshua, for about 2 hours plus, I was walking the whole of my neighborhood, talking to these guys about money and investments and finance.
Wow.
And I'm like, and then she goes, what do you guys think about loaning? She goes, if this was a podcast, that would be our next topic. And I just paused. I say, wait a minute. Why am I wasting a Saturday when I can be making money out of this? You know what I mean? Like, actually.
Exactly.
You know,
and overtime, overtime conversations will make money. It's not about the money, but
exactly.
Like overtime it will gather money. So like you might as well just put it out, man. Like you don't
exactly know like it was so much information that was just between three of us, right? And I'm like, dude, like, do you know how many people our age need this information right now, right? And we could put it out there. So I started thinking about it. I convinced them, and I was like, I'll do the research. Just be down when I'm ready. Majorly, that was what I told them. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. So like, tell me about the financial more. Like, I want to know, like, what are you talking about for? Like, what finance is not that complicated.
Bro, it go shock you. Okay, so
I'm listening. I don't know shit about your field.
So, like, okay, think about it, right? Like, every single person out there is legit zero to no financial literacy for people, right? We know that, people make money, you get done with school, you start making money, and then for a very weird reason, you get into this circle. You're paying student loans, you're paying car notes, you're paying this, you're paying that, and like you're living from paycheck to paycheck, right? Nobody's telling you about investments and how you can put money in different investments. Nobody's telling you about, like, there's some people that have this information, but like they got lucky and found somebody that was like, oh, come check this out, and they jumped into it, right? So there's different investments you could do. Budgeting, nobody tells you jack about budgeting, nobody tells you jack. Like and imagine you just get done with school, you now come and you're like, I'm making all this money, what do I do with it? It doesn't add up, bro. If you decide that, okay, I want to start a business, nobody's telling you how you're going to get that money to start a business. All this information is just all out there. People are talking about cryptocurrency, people are talking about mutual funds, people are talking, there's so many things within finance, and it's all money that people can actually make that nobody has an idea of. And that was what we were talking about. And we already have 5 topics down that we want to talk about.
Okay, so you have partners in this shit already, right?
Oh, I already have people that are gonna do this with me already.
Man. So like you're gonna be probably doing it on a consistent basis with other people. Yeah. So that makes sense. Like me personally, my own is just gonna be like me talking to people randomly. But you already have. Have you do you watch All the Smoke podcast? Have you seen episodes of it? You should check it out. All the Smoke is Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. They're ex basketball players, right? It's about basketball, but like if you watch it, you will get like a idea of how two people can be the hosts and have all the like this shit is so crazy. Moyin, like it could go. This is fucking Zuri. I have like 10 people in this shit, like, and just talking back and forth, and like everybody respecting everybody's time and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Like, do you know how weird this was, right? I talked to my sister on Saturday about this, and on Sunday I come on Snapchat, and then I was like, oh, you just posted podcast. I say, wait a minute though.
Oh, for real, yeah. I was gonna ask, how did you see me doing it? Like, you saw after you talked to your sister, right?
Well, after I spoke to my sister.
That's a sign. Like
bro. And I just reached out to you. I was like, yo, this is so crazy. I told myself, I was like, I think I already figured it out. Like, it's not a big deal. So let's kind of say a demo.
It's not even close to a big deal. Like this podcast coming out probably tomorrow morning. Like whenever I edit it, I'll just put it like, it's so easy when you like, trust me, like you should do it. Like, it's just fun. You might as well have records with all these conversations. Like you said,
I know.
I'll steal that reason from you. The fact that you just said that you just wasted 2 hours, like that time could have been put to better use. That's why I'm doing it.
Like somebody else could just pick that up and be like, yo, I never knew about this and learn something from it.
Information.
Right. And I was just walking around for 2 hours just talking, and that just went down the drain, So yeah, it's good to have all of those kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. Like, tell me how you got to MSUM, like your whole Nigeria life, then when you got here and shit. Tell me the whole story.
This is telling I'm trying to do Tales by Moonlight today.
Yep.
And getting to MSUM, bro, that was how life starts. Okay, so for sure, right?
Yeah, you knew Toby, right? You knew Toby, you knew Steph from Nigeria.
I knew Steph from Nigeria. We went to the same secondary school. Yeah, like it was already a thing. And at that time, I know at that time, Toby already knew that he was coming to the US, so he already left us behind. we were still trying to figure. Like, I know my mom wanted, like, me and my mom had a conversation. I was going to go abroad, either ways. Just where we're going to go, we don't know. So she had me write every single exam that was out there. Like, I wrote IGCSE, I wrote WAEC, I wrote JAM, what did I not write? Those 2 years, like SS2, SS3, now book. I was just doing up and down because I just had to write all the exams.
I was studying for SAT since like SS1. Like, that's how much I knew I was studying. Like, I had all the books. My big sister had all the books. So like, I literally just I took the books to school, man. I was just doing.
Can you just imagine? It was like Efiko just kind of like, what are you studying for?
Yeah, like
another exam. Like, it was just crazy. So it started off with IGCSE. So the plan was to go to the UK for sure. So we didn't even think about the US, right? The UK was the first thing. Yeah. I did the IGCSE exam, and then we realized that, the money would be a lot. I can't even remember what exactly it was, but I think I didn't want to do A-levels again afterwards. So we just put that aside. And then I applied to Canada as well. I got into a school in Canada, and then they now bought Bill. Bought Bill. My mom, they look at my face, say, okay. I said that you said I should go abroad and look at the bill. And then the thing was like, they were like, okay, so for you to go, you'd have to pay up front, like pay all your bills up front. And then afterwards, that's when you now apply for your visa. So where we are going to bring all this money from just at once and pay it off. So my dad was like, okay, we're not doing that. That was when we now started thinking about SATs. And at that time, we had this guy that was helping out everybody. That was the person that helped out Toby, person that helped out Stephanie, those agencies now. So he was connected to our school. And that was why I went into that, and then we got the SATs done. So we now finished SATs. So he applied to school. Of course, because he did it, he applied to the same school that, Toby and Steph was. And then he applied to another school like that. Yeah. So we get admission. They said, my now was like, Daddy, I bought admission. Let's be going to America. My father goes, I don't know what you and your mother have been cooking. I don't even have your time. He's like, I do not have your time. That's not in my budget. My budget was coming at university for you. I'm not even having this. I said, so for the past 2 years, I've been going back. And the funniest part is like, all along, he's seen us like going back and forth, doing all these exams, paying for all these exams. Not saying jack, right? We're just out there doing our stuff. We now finally come with admission, like, okay, it's money that we need now. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, like, you're going to come in at university. Yeah. And God blessed me, yeah, because the first year, right after school, I took JAM. And then I went to, what do you call the name of this place? Covenant University to take the exam, right? But I got in, but I didn't get in for economics. My father and I said, I'm not going in, that I'm going to do it all over again. I'm going to do JAM all over again until I get in for economics.
Wow.
That was why I was able to get a year to do my SATs, because my dad was like, you're not going in for anything rather than economics. Not knowing that he was doing himself, because if I was in Covenant University, I wouldn't sit for my SATs. I wouldn't do all of this kind of stuff. Yeah. So second year, as I was studying for JAM again, I was studying for SAT. So now, do you know the irony of it is the JAM that I was studying for, the exact mark that I got the first year is the same thing I got the second year. But I got it for economics the second year, right? But at that time, I already had my SATs, I already had my admission. I was not like, I don't want to go to Covenant again. Is this America thing that I want to do? Yeah. Long story short, we started begging my father. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, if you give me this opportunity, I don't think I've ever, I think my family knows the story, and then like my close friends know the story. But I told my dad, I was like, if you give me this opportunity, I promise you, like, just give me 1 year. Yeah. 1 year, and I will bring down the money that you're paying in school to what you pay in coming at university. I was like, just give me 1 year. And that was the deal. He's like, you're sure? I was like, 1 year, pay the full thing for me for 1 year. By next year, I'll find scholarship, I'll find something, and I'll bring down that money to what you'll be paying, equivalent to what you'll be paying in communal university.
That's cold.
That's what I did. That was what I did. But I was like, I cannot afford to what? So the first year he paid for,
you made it, man.
I was like 4.0 first year. I was like, there is no way I'm getting anything less than that. Started applying for scholarship. Any scholarship that I saw, Joshua, I was applying for every single thing. That was when I also applied for resident assistant. Remember, I was an RA for 3 years that I was there. So RA cut off accommodation, right? That slashed the price halfway.
You see, I didn't have the discipline to ever be an RA, man. Go for it. Like, all those rounds, but now, like, you did what you had to do, though. Like, that's cold, man. I've never heard this story before, so really dope. Wow.
I know, right? Yeah, I legit. That was
now I can tell, like, you actually, of course. Now, when you're here, you can actually cut that shit. Like, you knew that when you got here,
I will figure it out. Yes, I will figure it out, right?
Yeah, and it turned out to surprise you beautifully, huh?
Bruh. I think my dad was so impressed, like, with that, like, he would never tell me to my face, but he was like, dude, my dad is always like, he's always talking about how you got scholarships, you did all of that. But by the third year, I already got scholarships on campus that slashed my tuition halfway through. So I slashed the whole thing half, then I slashed my tuition half. So he was technically paying what he would have paid for me in Covenant University.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. So that was how I ended up.
Yeah, I assume Pelumi is like your sibling or something.
That's my sister. My bad. I just said name, but that's my sister.
Older sister.
My younger sister. I'm the first kid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my immediate
younger kids. Do you have any other siblings?
We're 4. So I'm the first, then I have my sister, then I have my brother, then my baby sister.
Yeah, so you're the firstborn. Like, you're actually a role model. People are looking up to you. See me, I'm a lastborn, so like
right. Yeah, they're just chilling. You're like, okay, cool.
You're actually right. We're opposites though. We're like complete opposites. I'm the lastborn, the firstborn. Like, you have responsibility, like I don't.
I have responsibility. But the irony of thing, like, in my head, I'm like, lastborns, they're just gonna be chilled in life. Actually, my baby sister is the absolute, like, she's like exactly like me. That girl's an old woman in a young person's body. I do not.
No, it happens like that. It happens like that sometimes. Yeah, some lastborns are just like, they don't like, they don't have that, go like do whatever I want to do. They're actually like disciplined and shit.
It's weird. Like,
you feel like your sister is like that way. Your younger sister.
She's not like I feel. She's like that. Like, she scolds my brother and my other sister. Like, they will do things that she'll be like, but you're old enough to know, why are you doing that though? Like, It's so bad. Like, they'll do some really interesting. She just turned 16 actually. She just turned 16.
Okay. She's actually, I thought she was like a baby doing that, but now she's getting there.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. Wow.
But yeah, like, you do really ridiculous things. Like my immediate younger sister, now that's the rebel. That one doesn't give an like, if you mess with her, she's blunt, she'll tell you as it is. She's like
yeah.
I tell her, I'm like, I love that you can do that though. Like, to me, that's like, because I know I can't. Like, I watch what I say. I'm very sensitive. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But when she comes into the picture, she's like, yo, like, don't mess with me, because
that's definitely a trait. Yeah, you definitely say it how it is when you have that attitude. That's true. Like, you like to tell
but it's pretty cool. So like, she would do this thing.
You like to like let people down easy.
I let people down easy.
Yeah, you don't like you're not gonna just go for the neck.
I don't like conflict. No.
You have to embrace conflict at some point, though. You have to embrace it at some point,
I do. If I have to. Yeah, if I have to, like, no, like, that's the thing about me though. Like, if you push me against the wall, you will not like it, because I will come and find you and your generation.
Don't push more against.
I can be calm, bro. Like, it's not funny.
That's the thing. That's the thing about people like that though. Like, you hardly get angry, right? But when you get angry, like, shit about to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a
that's self-awareness. That's good. Like, you have that, you know that about yourself,
Right. And I'll give it like benefit of doubt. Like if you do something wrong to me, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's ignorance. You did not know. You do the second time, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'll just feel like, I'll probably tell you, like, yo, like that thing you did the other day, you'd be like, say, now decide that your head want to touch. My head too will touch. But yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's go back to your story. We stopped at like you did it the first year. Then how did it work out continuously?
Right. Well, like I guess like by the second year, honestly, like God is involved in most of these things, right? But like the second year, that was when I got the RA thing, right?
Yeah.
So accommodation was fine, food was fine. At some point, like because my dad would also have to send me money, right? But at some point, because like being an RA, you would work and then they'll pay you, right? Like if you're doing like the hours at the desk, they'll pay you. So he had at some point he's just stopped sending me money. And then the scholarship that happened the third year. I don't think people realize that there were scholarships in MSUM that they could apply for. And again, like lack of information, right? So there was this apprentice scholarship that a professor, you would be an apprentice for a professor, like, and the professor would be the one to say, okay, I want this person as my apprentice. And the money, they will use that money and pay for your tuition. And that was slashed halfway. And it was like, I think it was about like 2,500 every semester, something like that. But it was a good chunk, right? And it was going to be for the last 2 years that you were in school for. So as soon as I got it for the rest of the time that I was there. So I was working with a professor and then like doing research for her, and she was doing like some management classes. And I actually went to go, and that's the thing about talking. Like if you don't say nothing, nobody's gonna help you out. And like I was a very shy person, but this one I know that, sis, you gotta have to get this. So I went to go meet her. I was like, I saw the scholarship. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. I want to work with you. Let's talk about this, right? And then she looked at it and she came back to me. She goes, actually, this is a very good thing. I actually need help doing this, this, and this, and this. I would write the recommendation and then you can get it through. So that was how I got the scholarship for the last 2 years when I was in school. But yeah, that was, man. Well, let me know. If we start storylines, when you go through some stuff, no, for real, like when you go through some stuff, like you just have respect for where you're at, because you look back and you see the journey that like even you, I'm very sure like you've had your struggles. Like you look back and be like, man, but I had to do this though. I had to get this.
Yep. Definitely, everyone has that. You can't even. That's not like unique, but some people just go through more shit. Because at that point, right, when you were like doing all that, it's like you see, it made you smarter. It made you move like in a different way. When you have that cushion, pay for everything, you don't think like that. So that right, shit talking about like really made you dissect shit out and like really get to where you like look at you now like we're filming a fucking podcast right now, man. You're still living to tell the story. Like we're just right, like chilling right now. We're figuring it out as we go. Like nobody knows what tomorrow holds. So you might as well just like enjoy your life. And the best place, I wanted to say the best place to enjoy your life is here, but like it's really not, man. But here gives you a better chance to like enjoy your life elsewhere. You can't go back to Nigeria broke now. Like why? What are you gonna go do in Nigeria? Yeah, so,
after all this struggle.
Exactly. But I love Nigeria though. I love Nigeria, man.
Dude, I miss it. When last did you go home?
I haven't gone home since I've been here.
No, really?
Yeah, I've never gone back. Like shit. Do you know how many people like I want to see, man? Like that's
like there's a long list, I bet.
Yeah. I have to at some point. I have to go back at some point. But like now, they were still figuring it out,
Yeah. I know. Did you grow up in Abuja or in Lagos?
I actually grew up in Kaduna, but I went to school in Jos. So I went to boarding school in Jos, and I grew up in Kaduna. So I'll go back home on like holidays and shit. But like Jos was where it was at, man, and that was a beautiful thing for me because I love my high school, man. Like that was like you
always said that. Like even though you were bored, you were like, "Well, you don't understand." I was like, "Who loves boarding school?" Like
I hated it at first though. At first it was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" Then when you now figure out that like, okay, this is where you are, man. So like, I had to figure it. That was like I liked it because like it made me like that was when if I went to day school, I would feel like I would be totally different because I would have seen my mother every day, I would have just come back home. But like boarding school really teaches you how to move. Like it makes you independent. You start thinking of,
Right.
Yeah. So like boarding school.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't you go to boarding school?
I was talking about that. I didn't me boarding school. I don't go to boarding school.
I thought you went to boarding school. It's not my life. You're acting like somebody that went to boarding school, man.
I know, that's the funniest part. Like, I think like the discipline was there from the house though. Like we technically lived in boarding school. The only difference is my roommates were my siblings. That was what it was. But I didn't go to boarding school. No, I couldn't have survived. Yeah. Because you know those people that they used to bully, like they used to just send up, and that would have been me because I would just keep quiet. Honestly, the only thing I probably do is like I will put pepper inside your water or I've done something. No, nobody will catch me.
That was funny as hell. And the people that like, everyone goes through that though. You have seniors that will bully you at first, but like as you get older and like you start figuring shit out, then when you get to SSB, like you're the most So and there were things in my boarding school I had to be a part of pretty much. Like we had this album that they made, right? Every year makes their own album. So like when I get to SS3, I'm going to get into that group. So I did it and I go into the group and I made there was just shit in my school was dope as hell. Like we had like dramas and shit. We had like scripted dramas. Like I was in that group too. I was in like the drama group. I was in the musicians group. I was in the business. We had like people that we bring like PS2 to school and like charge students to pay. So like we had
smart business people.
I swear, like JA, man, that's what it was called. Junior's achievements. Like and I got into all those groups. Like it was 3 main groups: torchbearers, HSGM and JA. So like and that JA is for the business, torchbearer is for like actation, and like the music is just the last part when we're like writing WIAC and shit, like that time, the end of like SS3.
So but do you see that if you think about it, that's what kind of shaped you though? If you think, because like you already were involved in all of those things from like that early age.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've always, and that I would say that's what shaped me, but that's definitely a huge part of it though, because like I've always been into music, right? But like when I got to that school, like they made it like a thing, you know, they made it something to actually achieve towards. So like it was like, okay, let's get it. Like we'll actually practice this shit, you know. But I've always been into like making songs and shit. Like even before I got to that school, like that's how early I was doing this shit. But like it was just like, you know, that
it kind of helps.
That definitely, because that's a huge part of your life, you know, that from like 11 to like 7. Because I came here when I was 17, so like I was young as fuck when I came here. Like I didn't know shit. Like I just wanted to turn up. Like I said that freshman year, like wait, did you come in 2013 or 2014?
2013, because I know you came before me. I remember.
I came a semester before you. Then I came
a semester before me because you were a diplomat the semester. I remember.
Wow, I didn't know I was a diplomat, man.
Bro, you were the one that took me. Let me even tell you this story because I don't think you remember.
Tell me.
Okay, so I remember the first day I got on campus. I was coming out of SNAR. I think it was you and one day and somebody else. I can't remember the last person. But you guys were walking to the orientation hall, and then I come out, and then you guys see me, and then you're like, "Oh, are you going? Are you new?" So I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, follow me." And then I remember following you guys. We went to the hall, and we came late, all 4 of us. So we sat at the back. That time, I was still on Twitter. My mom could not contact me. Right? My mom is disturbing my sister. Like, have you heard from her? Have you heard from her?
Yeah.
I did not go online to text my mom that I've reached America or anything. Yeah. But I see you. I sneak up my phone and take a picture of you and send it to my sister. And I'm like, this is about to be fun. This is about to be fun.
Wow. I was on against the bar. That's cool as hell.
But like, I remember that you were actually talking to me, like trying to have a conversation, and I just sneaked up my phone.
Yeah, no, that time, like, that's what they made us do. Like, they made us like actually try that, and I was like, I literally make friends now. Like, and you people, I'm sure your minds are like you just want to meet people and stuff. Like, you know what? Let me be a cool diplomat, because I remember that shit was fun. Oh my god, that year I was diplomat. That first year, nah. I was about to go on the good boy track. At that
you
point.
You started good.
Yeah. I was like, that shit's not for me, man. I just wanted to have fun. I had to experience that, you know. It was cool though. I still have pictures from that. Oh my, wow, that was crazy. Yeah, good looks for telling that story. That shit is now.
My sister got the picture because she tells me on the other end, right, Nigeria. My mom is asking her every morning, have you heard from her? Have you heard from her? And then that day she comes into the room like, have you heard from her? And then my sister opens Twitter and sees the picture. She goes, your daughter is fine. I promise
Wow.
this might be going. But yeah, that was like the first message I think I sent to my sister when I got here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. I remember I was being friends early, but I didn't know that. I didn't remember the diploma shit. Like, I don't even remember who was there.
That was my first. I remember because like it was your bulgy eyes. I was like, dude, I can never see people that have like big, beautiful eyes. And then your smile. I was like, all the boys here are about to be lit. I'm about to be
That means a lot. That means a lot, though, because I be trying to be nice, man. I'm actually a nice person, you know.
You are.
If I was that nice at that point, then I was like, I definitely have that in my blood, you know.
No, you have it. You have it. People just have to cross over the fact that you're like, I don't give them. I don't care all the time.
Oh yeah, you feel like that's like what makes like people. I don't make me not make too many friends. Huh?
Yeah, like it's like people like, well, I don't like that you don't care because like I would care if I was your friend, you know. So people just right, people just like okay.
Most people just never understand why like some people are the way they are, you know. But
yeah,
I'm cool with that though. Like I'm not even stressed friends, to be honest. Like I'm good with the people I know right now.
Right, like you're who you are because of who you let in the circle, right? The energy around you is
exactly. Like I'm open to meeting new people though. Let me not put it that way, but like, at the same time, like I'm not stressed about like, you know, if you like me or if you don't like me, you know.
Right. Yeah. For me, like it's so funny because I would do the same thing you do. I'll just do it differently. You know, like, and that's where the personality comes in. Like, I'm not like you said, I'll let people down easily, right? Like, I'm like, I don't need this energy around me, right? And I just back off. Like, I don't even need to tell you, Jack. Like, you don't even need to know that, you know, I don't like your energy. I'll just be like, respectfully back off. And just for a very red reason, Moyin is not texting you again. Moyin is not calling you. You're wondering, have fun now. If you text me, I'll be sweet. I'll be like, yo, what's up? How are you doing? But like, I won't even try to cultivate that relationship, you know, because I'm like, I don't need that energy around me. But if I like the energy, you know, because like, you know, I would reach out. But yeah.
Definitely, you know. Like tell public where they can find you online or something. Like, do you have like, do you rap? Do you make music or some shit?
Bruh, we cannot do music. Or those that believe those that want to do music, leave it to them. Oh, dude, I actually have another story before I even share that, right?
All right,
so you started music pretty early, right? So in college, you do your music and stuff like this. And like, it's so weird. I say this out loud because honestly, I believe there's anything that somebody's doing, if you're doing something, it's worth doing well, right? Yeah. So I don't remember if you know, but you probably would remember this. You had a track with Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
I have a couple songs with Paul, but you're probably talking about maybe Rubio.
You remember the name of the song? The first one. Rubio, yes.
It's probably Rubio. Okay, yeah, that's right.
I think that's the one, right? And I remember listening to it, and you know, I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. And I always went home every summer. So I remember taking it home during the summer, and I was playing it everywhere in the house. Like I was honestly playing everywhere in the house. And my brother likes cool vibes, right? So he listens to me, he's like, oh dude, these are your friends. I'm like, yeah, that's just a rapper. That's cool. Like, it was pretty cool.
No, you've never hidden that from me though. You've always told me that you love my music. Like you've actually you called me like started calling me Josh the Rapper before like anyone was calling me Josh the Rapper. Like,
legit.
Like what the fuck is this motherfucker thing he is? Like who, why are you saying Josh the Rapper? Like, but you even during like before like class lab and shit, like I remember the one video I was making fun of you, Fanta, and I still have that video on my phone. Like you're like Josh the Rapper. I was like, damn, like, wow, like she actually likes my music, and that's cool, man. Like that, I hear stories like that all the time, but coming from you, that is definitely, that means a lot.
Like when you started, I was really into it. I remember I was like, dude, like, listen to this.
That's the whole point. Like, I'm trying to just make you like the song and just make you vibe. And the fact that you're playing it, that's exactly what I think. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that was it was a good track. And then like I didn't even expect like Paul being on it, and like Paul's vibe on it too was pretty dope.
Yeah, now Paul is man, I don't even know what Paul pays. Like he's just different, man. He makes music, like he does the video shit too. Like
yeah,
that guy is just like actually I discovered him though. Like that's one of my, like, I love the fact that I discovered him. We're just chilling one day.
You were just right. You were just chilling.
Yeah, I was like, yo, let's go rap. Then ever since then we just like we have probably like 3 songs together.
Really? I didn't even know about the rest. It was just that particular one. And I loved how it was a good vibe. So I told my brother, I actually just spoke to him today. And then I was like, yo, he goes, so you're doing a podcast? I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to have one with Josh the Rapper This afternoon. He goes, really? Are you serious? You still talking?
Yeah, no, they'll watch it. They'll definitely see this. Like, that's not even, if you want them to see it, they'll see it.
No, I'm gonna send it to him. At least to him. My sister doesn't care.
Yep. My brother. That's dope though. Like, man, that you love your family though. Clearly, you're still like working towards like, just like, you know.
We're all we got. Like, to me, that the bond I have with them is important. Like, family is important to me. They like my rock. Like, if anybody knows me, they know that if you mess with my siblings, you're done. Like, I don't even need to have you're done, you know. But yeah.
I need people to have that kind of energy for me, you know. I need that kind of love, you know. I feel like I'm a loner right now. I'm just, you know.
You need love the team. When you get that love in your life, don't let it go. You know,
I'm working on it. I definitely. I feel like it's all about relationships, man. I don't want to just be the lonely guy that is just like alone somewhere. You have to have people around you, the people that you.
I agree. I do agree with that, because like when loyalty comes in and there's love, like, you know, relationship wise, you know, we're still figuring that out. But like blood is thicker than water, you know. So I know, like, and you know, and the feeling is, no matter what happens, these guys have my back. Like, even against my dad, or with my dad, like if my dad comes, my dad calls me advocates, because if he calls me for my siblings and he's like, oh, your sister did this. If he's like, your sister did this, I don't even care what she did. I'll back her up. Later, I'll not go and meet her and say, babe, you don't say everything you do. That was not all right, right? Yeah. And that's how it should be. Like, even like for my significant, if I'm getting a significant order, that's what I want. Like, forget the whole world. It's me and you against the world.
You have to have that energy for some people. Like, you kind of like, right or wrong. Like, let's ride.
Period.
But yeah, like I said though, do you have like anything you want to, you know, Instagram or something people can find you and shit?
Right. I guess Snapchat. What's my Snapchat name? I don't remember. Instagram, I think I remember. It's praise_perks. PRAIZ_PERKZ. Or something like that. I was young. I'm sorry, people. I was young. You do funny stuff when you're young, but that's my Instagram. Yeah, that's but I think like
I changed my names a couple times to figure it out.
Yeah, I did.
You might just say this whole finance channel you're about to start, like, might just spark a new you know, you might change your whole thing.
Basically, we'll see how that happens. But the finance thing for sure, when it comes out, I want people to be able to up on that. We don't have a name for it yet, so we'll see how that goes and we'll roll with it. But yeah, you can use me up on Instagram. If you have any finance questions, I got you. I know a lot of stuff, a lot of information that I could share free of charge for now. For now, because I'm about to like set up stuff so that
I know. So yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks for having me.
Yep. Peace.
Bye.
Smoke to me in the morning, first thing that I do when I wake up. Then I really got taking me to take us. Really got you at the break to your makeup. I'm not joking, I be smoking like Jamaicans. Can't trust you, gon' tell you a traitor. Make me decide to go chop away a blazer. Don't let it end, it hurt, sis, you better wake up. Bad, she bad. She want sex, she sexy. She get wet, I use jet skis. But don't check when you get here, text me. She bad, she bad. She want sex, she sexy. She get wet, I use jet skis. But don't check when you get here, text me. She always gonna do what the fuck she gonna do. She do everything right, I wanna introduce her to mama. I'ma rent a crib with a pool, take pictures for social media. I do this for a living, then ask myself who you fooling. Nothing else matters as long as these rats gon' keep moving. Don't get distracted by the world, by these women. So many distractions in the world, keep achieving.